couple of fixtures, over 10 fixtures that will be going down. Where your team is playing is something definitely I will be giving you. Today, first on the fixture in the West Nile Regional League, match day 7, we shall be seeing a Clover Rainbow that will be having a data with Parombo Mission Stars. And then somehow we shall be seeing a Nebi Central take on there is a Rua City. And then Barakala City will be taking on Ottoman Soccer Club, and then Koboko Rising Stars will be tussling it out with Raka Football Club. Nile Hippos will be taking on Rua Airfield, and then also in some of the fixtures within West Nile Regional League, match day 7, we shall also be seeing Okolo Central taking on the side from the border, there is the side from Leah, if you like, you can call them Alpha Rising Stars, and then we shall be seeing Kochi Urban, there is in Yumbe, that will be taking on Androvu United, and then somehow we also have Nyangilia Super Eagles that will be taking on a side that crosses using a ferry. I am talking about Germany Town Council. They will be coming to Nyangilia to take on Nyangilia Super Eagles. We shall also be seeing Ovisoni taking on Pakwachi Young Stars in there. Pakwachi Young Stars has 2 fixtures, by the way. There is one in a West Nile Regional League, and then there is another in a Stanbic Uganda Cup. Remember, they are still there. And this very level where Pakwachi Young Stars has reached, this level is where they did beat Alpha Rising Stars. They were visitors, and Alpha Rising Stars was on, but they took the bragging rights for that very day. So that, of course, did propel them to the next stages of Stanbic Uganda Cup. Just a reminder. Pakwachi Young Stars is actually one side that we did see go a little bit far. That was in last season's Stanbic Uganda Cup. I think in West Nile, they were representing with the Germany Town Council. There was Pakwachi Young Stars, and then there was Pajule. And then I think somehow they fixed Pakwachi and Pajule. I don't know who ejected who, but I think Pakwachi ejected Pajule, and then they went to play Chitara in Masindi, and they also did win that very game. And we did see them go to greater heights. Are we going to see Pakwachi Young Stars also do the same this very season? That is the question left to you, viewer, and me. And of course, how far they will go is also another question that I will be leaving to the entire management team and board members over Pakwachi Young Stars are in there. And remember, they have 2 fixtures. That is within Stanbic Uganda Cup and also in West Nile Regional League in there. So in West Nile Regional League, Pakwachi Young Stars will be taking on Visoni, and Pakwachi Young Stars is traveling down to Vura, that is in Arua district, where they will be taking on there is Visoni. And then somehow there will their Rising Stars will be taking on the United, and then Odramchako will be taking on Total, and somehow last on the fixture we shall be having Okokore United taking on Tipsha. These are some of the games that definitely we shall be seeing go down in West Nile Regional League match day 7 fixtures. And these fixtures will be kicking off from today, Friday, that is 6th, I was about to say 6th October. Thunder should scatter my mouth for wanting to take people behind. The year is coming to a closer. Me, I'm taking people on reverse. Okay, 6th December. 2024, there is today Friday. We shall be seeing some of these games that I just did give you some of the fixtures that will be running down in West Nile Regional League match day 7 from today 6th December, Friday up to Sunday 8th December 2024 in there. And how definitely how your team will be playing, what some of your predictions could be, is definitely something that you should be watching in there. And remember, there are a couple of big league fixtures that are coming through, that of course are coming through in there. Which team shall be playing what is something that I would be liking us to shift our focus to, definitely before we look into some of the results that we did. Whistle Time Desk West Nile TV did register definitely in between the week from the Uganda Premier League in there. Remember, this weekend, Big League returns, where we shall be seeing from 7th, Chigezi Homeboys will be taking on Chiyinda Boys, and then Blacks Power will be taking on Pai the Black Angels. Remember, Blacks Power is home in their recent away trip to Greenlight Stadium, Betarua City, where they did play on Duparaka Football Club. And Duparaka Football Club did wallop them 3 goals properly. That was transport for going back to Lira. This time around, Blacks Power will be welcoming at Kibwa Stadium. Blacks Power will be welcoming. There is Pai the Black Angels, the Pai the Giants, I should say. And Boma will be taking on Buhimba. And then Busoga United, Texon and Tunga Saze. Karo Karunji will be taking on our Yumbe-based side. There is a Calvary that currently sits on top of the table. Meanwhile, Onduparaka Football Club that did win in the last outing where they were the hosts where they did host Blacks Power. They did beat them 3-0. This time around, Onduparaka Football Club travels away to there is the eastern part of the country where they will be taking on Kataka Football Club in there. These are some of the fixtures that definitely will be coming through over the weekend, and I would like us to also have a look into the table standings and how the tables look like before these fixtures come through. In the table standings, just like I had said, on top of the table, in position number 1, we have a Calvary Football Club that has 17 points. Another team number 2 is a Gaddafi Football Club that also is tied on the same points with Calvary. There is a 17. And then position number 3, we have the Lira-based side. There is a Blacks Power that has a 16 points. Then position number 4, we have Onduparaka Football Club, the Arua City Giants, that has accumulated 15 points, together with Boma that sits in position number 5 with also 15 points. And then we have the Pai the Giants that are representing the greater Alur sub-region in the UPL. There is a Pai the Black Angels. They sit in position number 6 with, of course, 13 points. And then in position number 7, we have Buhimba that has accumulated 12 points. And then in position number 9, position number 8, we have Chiyinda Boys. They also have 12 points. And then position number 9, we have Chigezi Homeboys. They have 10 points onto their bags. And then we have Kataka, who sits in position number 10 with also 10 points. And then in position number 11, we have Karo Karunji that has collected 9 points into their bag. And then position number 12, we have Ntunga Saze that has collected 8 points into the bags. And then in position number 13, we have Arua Hill that initially used to be in Arua City, but now they have shifted focus into Gulu. That is where the base is. They sit in position number 13 with 7 points. And then position number 14, we have Busoga United that have accumulated only 5 points into their bags. And then lastly is Mida that also has 5 points into their bags in there. So definitely after the fixtures that I gave you before the tables change, that is exactly how the big league tables look like. Where does your team sit at? Is your team doing very well? Are they sitting in the relegation zone? Are they trying to sneak up from the relegation zone? It is, of course, my duty as Susie to give you what exactly your team looks like. Which team is your club playing next is something that I already did give you in there. Where your team sits on the table is something that I have also given you in there. And remember, that of course brings us to there is UPL, and UPL, there is Uganda Premier League, is currently ongoing. And of course we did see a couple of fixtures that went down in between the weeks, or in between the days of the weeks. We did see games yesterday, we did see games the other day. I think possibly there will also be games today. There are fixtures here that will be going down today. How these fixtures will be going down is definitely something we shall be discussing to you here. So long as you're glued to West Nile TV, trust your Trust you, trust us, trust me. Trust me, you. That definitely you shall be updated with, of course, the best, the most trending in the breaking stories, even before you get to hear it anywhere. Of course, just like I had said, we shall be looking at some of the results that came through from UPL in there. Remember, Lugazi's Mbekeka, not afraid of historically strong in the reigning champions soccer club Villa. Today, just like I had said, we shall be having a couple of games that will be going down on the scoreboard of the Uganda Premier League. Friday, 6th, 2024 December, we shall be seeing Chitara taking on Mbale Heroes that will be at Butema at 4 p.m. and then Soccer Club Villa will be taking on Lugazi at 1 Klikuku, also at 4 p.m. Let's look at, of course, the game where Lugazi Football Club takes on the current reigning champions of Uganda Premier League season 2023-2024. Lugazi assistant coach Oliver Mbekeka has no fears about facing record winners and reigning champions at Soccer Club Villa. The two sides face off at Butesa 2 Stadium 1 Klikuku today, with the Jogos aiming to return to winning ways by, of course, maintaining their decent home record in the division so far. Lugazi come into the game on the back of the 6 unbeaten matches since defeat to Maroons in October. Villa is a team which made history in the past days, but we currently believe the players are the same these days. These awards that came through from the assistant coach or the assistant gaffer, Madam Oliver Mbekeka, the assistant gaffer of Lugazi Football Club. We are facing Villa as a name, but we don't fear them because we have worked on the attitude and character, which is very, very important. She added. Mbekeka cited an example of the KCCA game which ended in a 1-all draw stalemate, with the Lugazi side coming from a goal down, where of course we did see Lugazi tying KCCA, and they did share in the spoils during that very game in there. And then she also goes ahead and says that if you look at the KCCA game, we were dominant but missed a couple of chances, and it's the same way we shall approach the game with Villa today at 4 p.m. We are not going to fear or respect them, but we shall equally compete, because in the UPL every team is the same and every team deserves to win. Those, of course, are words of the assistant coach of Lugazi Football Club, Madam Oliver Mbekeka. And then she definitely in history we know that Lugazi sit 12th on the table standings of Uganda Premier League with as many points, and they must, however, be wary of Villa's threatening attack at home, where they have collected 13 points over their 14 points due for the season. On there is the home plays or the home fixtures in there. Patrick Kakande, Hakim Chuanuka and company will be very vital for Villa Soccer Club, who understand that failure to win this fixture could see them lose grip over their title defense this very season, where of course shall we be seeing Villa retaining in the win, or still being the champions over the Uganda Premier League season 2024-2025? Radio, that is a question for me and you. This will be the first competitive meeting between the two sides. In the other Premier League match on Friday, Chitara also host Mbale Heroes at Royal Park, Butema. Other match day 11 fixtures that definitely shall be proceeding tomorrow include Solitilo Bright Stars that will be taking on Vipers at Kavumba 4 p.m. And then we shall also be seeing a KCCA, of course, a welcoming Express at Lugogo, and Floodlights, and this game will be at 7 p.m. What shall be some of your predictions? You can give us some of those predictions, of course, on You can give us some of the predictions on our different social media handles, or wherever you can be catching us from. You can drop in your comment there ahead of these games that definitely I have given you. Chitara Football Club, yes, they also have a game. Do they have a chance to climb out of relegation? Remember, the season did not start on a good notice for there is a Chitara Football Club. They currently sit in the red zone, that is the relegation zone, and they have a game today. Definitely shall we be seeing them get off there is the relegation zone. Chitara have an opportunity, by the way, to move out of relegation zone for the first time in a long period, but they must overcome newly promoted Mbale Heroes today, where of course they will be having a date, and Chitara sits home, Mbale Heroes travel. So Mbale Heroes is the visiting side, and remember, there is always a star, there is always luck into the 12-man squad. So definitely shall we be seeing Chitara using this 12-man squad at Butema in the Royals Park. I don't know, they have literally also picked defeat down there. So this time around, I don't know, whatever it is that will turn out, but Whistle Time Desk shall be down on grounds to, of course, collect you all the information that is needed, how the game went, and all that shall be brought to you here tomorrow. And also, before tomorrow, you can get this on our subsequent social media handles. The Royals come into the game on the back of two decent results, which include beating UPDF 4-0 and drawing goalless with the Vipers away in their last outing. They are a stubborn side with good coaches and players, and we must beware of that, said Waswa Bosa. But playing at home gives us a good chance, and we shall do all it takes to bag all 3 points. Are you seeing Vipers bagging all 3 points from Chitara? I don't know, it's left for me and you, and it's also left for the 90 minutes of play how this shall come out. At the moment, Chitara are further from the bottom with 8 points, and victory will take them above Wachiso Giants, who occupy the slot just above the relegation zone, and probably Lugazi, if they don't get a point in the Villa clash at 1 Kulukuku today, 4 p.m. Mbale Heroes, managed by Asaf Mwebaza, second from bottom with the same points, and so similar results will also take them out of the red zone. And just like I had said, there are a couple of games definitely that will be going down in there for the within the UPL match day fixtures in there. And of course, before we go in for a very short commercial break, remember Dennis Omedi has been one of his goals has of course been nominated for there is the FIFA Puskás Award, and then also another different award in there. And also in some other stories, remember locally here, by the way, a couple of our boxers, do we call them like that? These are who practice ngumi, do we call them boxers? Definitely something like that. We have a couple of them that have gone out, and also we have a couple of support that did come through from one of our own. There is a Malingumu Diku who is out of the country currently, and of course he sends in a couple of support through his country delegate, Mr. T.O.K. Badru. There are a couple of West Nilers that will be representing the West Nile region on Uganda Novice Boxing Championship, and they are as follows: Atibuni Sunday, who will be representing on the 45 kilograms, and then we have Umar Salsha on the 54. We have Washuli Zuberi, 57 kgs. We have Kashim Stink, who is 57 also. Denny David, 60. Dest Mandefu, 63.5. And then we have Salim Musa. And then for the girls novice, we have Tizio Kevin, and then Nachimuli Nancy. These are some of the names that you will be expecting to represent West Nile in there is the Uganda Novice Boxing Championship. And then Uganda Boxing Championship League Week 15, which is on 7th this week. Definitely, today is 5th already, so definitely this will be on Sunday. This week we have Fuambe Shamim, who will be representing West Nile. And Uganda Boxing Championship League Week 16, December, will be having the following West Nilers that definitely will be representing in the novice. We have Oleru Saida, who will be taking on Michael of Lukanga Boxing Club, and then Latifa Gift, who will be taking on Kalunji Evelyn in the same boxing issue. So definitely these people need our support, so we should really come through and rally behind them, so because they are out there representing West Nile. They need our support. We need to rally behind them. The West Nilers that are outside, that are near these places where the novice boxing championship will be taking place, come through and support the boys, come through and support the girls, give them the morale, give them the financial support that they deserve. West Nile TV, Whistle Time Desk will also be compiling all these stories. All you have to do is keep it glued to West Nile TV. We're off for a very short commercial break. When we return, we shall return with more of the stories.